Well, good midday to you, one and all. We are grateful to God for those of you who will be coming on and sharing with us. And so we're thankful that you are here and grateful for the privilege to be able to come into your domicile, wherever you are, whether it's in your home, your apartment, on your job. Prayerfully, you're not watching us while you're driving, okay? But we do count it a privilege and an honor to be able to come and to share with you on today. So, uh, do like we've asked you to do before, hit that share button, let folk know in no uncertain terms that we are sharing that which the Lord has given us to give to you. Kathy, good midday to you. Thank you so much for being here with me. Make sure you tell Mahogany we said hello, okay? So we're grateful to God for her. um, Good midday to you, one and all. Erica, good midday. Jaleesa, Cora, Rhonda, Thea, Jemison, bless you. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing with us on today. And so we are thankful to God for you, one and all. Just going to wait a couple of minutes. We know people will be coming on board. And so we just want to say how grateful we are for being here with you, Pastor Jordan, Debbie. How are you? Katrina, Felicia, Linda, bless you. Thank you so much for being with us. Please hit that share button. Hit it, hit that share button. Let people know. Let them know, let them know, let them know, let them know that we are on and popping. Okay. Barbara, how you be? Good midday to you. Grateful to God to see so many of you who are coming on to share with us on today. So we're glad. Christine, good midday to you. Thank you so much for being here with us as well. Hit that share button, hit that share button, and let folk know that we are on and that we will and we are going to. Thank you so much for that information. I appreciate that. And again, we count it all joy. And we are believing God for great things in your life. Gaither, Carolyn, bless you. Thank you so much for coming on board and being a part of our learning experience. Terry, bless the Lord for you. Thank you so much for being here with us. Raymond, Vernice, glory to God. Darlene Madison, how are you, dear? Glad that you are here with us on today. Today is a great day. Overcast, great day. Little cool, great day. You're not in the ER. You're not on a respirator. You're not on a ventilator. You're not in hospice. Y'all better hear what I'm saying. That's right. Go vote. Lady Harrison and I, as soon as I am done with the snapshot, we are on our way to early vote. And so wanted to share that with you. Good midday, Carletta. Bless the Lord for you. Fancy what it be like in Atlanta, GA. Thank you so much, Billy. Bless you, Gina. Glory to God. We love you, Fancy. We love you with the love of Jesus Christ. You just good people. Okay. And so we are glad that you are here. Please hit that share button, 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 hit that share button. Well, let me go ahead and get started. I need to ask a question. And I know, you know what? This question, good midday, Minister Sarah. This is probably, for some of you, you are going to consider this to be, Lisa, bless you, probably one of the dumbest questions that I've probably ever asked, but I believe it should have relevancy and to help us in this study that we're looking at. Lavonda, bless you. Okay, listen. Why do we need protection? Now, when I talk about protection, the amazing thing that happens in many people's minds, Iris, good midday. Bless you for being with us on today. Is something sexual. protection, a condom, contraceptives, all of that. That's not what I'm talking about. Why do we need protection? Why do we need a place that's safe? Why do we need a place that will protect us from the elements? Why do we need to even wear clothes? Because I want us to think about this. What is the perpetuity behind it? Does it make sense? Sharon, good midday to you. Does it make sense for someone who lives in Alaska to walk outdoors with a bathing suit on? Ella Mae, dear, how are you? Does it make sense for someone in Saudi Arabia to step outside with a did I get that right, Erica? Because I see it came up again. Um, and you got a fur coat on and it's 115 degrees outside. Does it make sense to do Denise of the Friesen? Bless you, Sandra. Thank you for being with us. Why do I need these things? What's the significance of clothing other than to hide what we look like? Okay, all right. Just want to make sure it was you. And why is all of this necessary? Why can't we just live life any kind of way and we can do whatever we want to do? Protection is the why is there a requirement for seatbelts now? Why are there certain precautions that need to take place that protects you from other things? Why do cars now have airbags and all of the rest of these things? Why? Because there's a reason. And the reason is, Minister Faye, it is to protect you from death and harm. Okay? If I step out in 25-degree below zero weather with nothing on, I'm going to die. Minister Marcia, how are you? If I step out in a mink coat in 100-degree weather, I'm going to die. What am I trying to get us to understand? And what am I trying to get us to recognize? There is a reason why we wear the clothes, we live where we live, we do what we do, because we need to be protected. Why do police officers wear bulletproof vests? Cecile, good midday to you. It's because they need protection. Now, why do people supposed to wear helmets while riding on a motorcycle? Because they need protection. Protection from what? From the unexpected. Protection from what? Something that was not anticipated. Protection from what? To make sure that my vital organs are not destroyed and bring death into my life. I want you to hear what I'm saying, because when we talk about Ephesians chapter 4, starting at the 10th verse, we find something important. And here's the sad thing about Ephesians chapter 6, starting at the 10th verse. Ephesians chapter 6, starting at the 10th verse. The problem, Carolyn, good midday to you, with many of us is we're naked and we have no protection against the madness of the enemy. Mm, mm, mm. I wish I had. Think about this for just a moment. Think about this. I want you to think about this for just a moment. How many things could you have avoided if you'd have just been protected? How many circumstances could have changed if you had just been protected? What were some of the things that you've had to learn to manage and deal with in life that didn't have to be there if you had just been protected? And I want us to think about that, because in Ephesians chapter 6, it says, finally, a brother, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. How can I be strong when I'm not even protected? Now, let me go. Can I go a little bit further with this? Whatever you do, okay, whatever you do, Fancy, everything that you wear, everything that you drive, everything that you navigate, every place that you live in was not created, nor is it maintained by you. Oh my God, help me. Okay. And you got to remember, somebody else manufactured it for your protection. And so, since we did not create, we did not manufacture, we did not or do not maintain the whole armor of God, if I know I need protection, what keeps me from putting it on? Can I get y'all to maybe throw that in the chat? Tell me what keeps you. Don't personalize it. Don't personalize. I'm sorry. What keeps people from putting on the whole armor of God? What stops us from putting on that which is designed to protect our vital organs of spirituality and understanding to the point that we would not have to go through? What keeps us from putting it on? Can I start out? Pride is one of the greatest things that happens to us before we take a fall. Why? Because pride has a way of developing self-reliance, and the problem with self-reliance is it does not have the capability to handle some things. Okay, it does not have. Okay, I will. Okay, all right, thank you. There you go. I was just waiting. I was just waiting on some of y'all to come up with this. Okay, what keeps you afraid and don't understand? Laziness. Think about this. Okay, pride because you're your own person, you're your own this. And Elder Boundary, I made what I have and I got what I got because I was able to do it. And now I found myself in a situation where I don't know what to do and I'm getting attacked all over the place and I don't know how to manage it, but my pride won't let me put it on, because pride says, oh, you be all right, you can manage this, you can go through this, you can figure it out. And there are some things in life that comes from the enemy that you can't manage and you can't figure out. Distractions, yes. Refusal to listen, yes. You gotta understand. And Fancy, it is dangerous. That's a good point. It is dangerous if you're going to live a productive life in Jesus Christ and you're walking through life unprotected. And here's the thing that many of us don't recognize or understand is that the enemy knows you're naked. Attitude. The enemy knows you're not protected, but there's one more thing that the enemy knows. The enemy also knows that you are too full of yourself to do what needs to be done by someone who has already won the battle. Woo, Joe, good midday, because I just made some enemies. Okay? I just made some people mad because Paul says, if I'm going to be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might, the first thing I've got to do is I got to put the whole armor of God on. Why? Because our weapons are not carnal, but they're spiritual. Okay, trying to fight in the flesh. Mental illness, not really sure, Jemison. Mental illness could come from a myriad of situations, and I don't want to get into a whole lot of them, because some mental illnesses are not even remotely influenced by the devil or demonic activity. Sometimes mental illness is an imbalance in the fluids systems in your body. You can have an imbalance that can cause, excuse me, your mind to drift into other areas. Self-centeredness. Okay. And one of the problems, and I've said this before and I'm going to say it again, one of the problems is that when I've been hurt and I'm bitter, when I've been mistreated and I'm bitter, when I've been overlooked and I'm bitter, when I've been forsaken and I'm bitter, I create self-reliance. And what the enemy understands is if I can create fear, that's right, fear, pride. When I create self-alliance, I also create that level of self-alliance against what God says, because nobody in my life has treated me right. Nobody in my life have I been able to trust, because they've turned their back on me. They've dogged me out. They put my business out in the street. And so, good midday, Pee Wee. And so what happens is I build these barriers up. And what I don't understand is not only is this barrier, hey, Don, not only is this barrier built up between me and you, this barrier is also built up between me and God. And so now when God says put it on, you be like, man, why I got to put it on? Everything else I've ever trusted has failed me. Everything else that I've depended upon has let me down. I've been raped. I've been pillaged. I've been taken advantage of. My money's been, all of these things have happened in my life. And we don't say these things, but they come out in our behavior. And the enemy laughs at us because he says, yeah, God has provided for you what you need because I'm already defeated. The problem is you don't know how to live knowing that you've already won. Okay? Okay? You need to know that if God has provided this armor for you, then there is a necessity for it. Okay? I needed to get this, because here's what happens. I hope y'all ready for this. Let me see how much time I got. I hope you're ready for this. I know, I know when you don't have it on. I know when you don't have it on. Well, Pastor, how do you know? First of all, you get mad all the time. Don't take much to tick you off. Don't take much to trip you. Don't take much to get you angry. Don't take much for you to cuss somebody out. Don't take much for you to tell somebody off. That's when I know you ain't got it on. Anger is a human weapon that does not work against spiritual enemies. Woo, Jesus, Lord, that went through me. Mm. Anger is a human weapon that does not work against spiritual enemies. The enemy could care less how mad you get. Talk to me, Fancy, Linda, Nancy. Think about this. And here's the sad thing about many of us under the sound of my voice. If anyone ever comes to you and says, I think something's wrong because you're angry all the time. I ain't mad. What you talking about? Go on and mind your own business. If you take care of yourself, you wouldn't have to worry about nobody. Did y'all catch what I just did? Don't take but a second. Don't take but a second. And the enemy is going, you ain't got the good sense to come out of the rain. I've already slapped the mess out of you, and you don't even have enough sense to put on the whole armor of God. Christ has won. That's the thing that you have to understand. Okay. I need the whole armor of God because my anger don't move spiritual situations. Did y'all catch that? Did y'all some of y'all can't say nothing because you know it's the truth. You know it's the truth. Your fuse is so short now, you don't even have a fuse. All it takes is one little thing to happen and you blow up. That comes from being beat down, unresolved issues, and not trusting God. It's hard to trust God when you've put your trust in people and all of them has failed you, and now you categorize God in the same situation. You don't see it, you don't understand it, you even fight against it. Okay, it won't do it. You can get mad as all get out, it will not work against spiritual enemies, spiritual situations. The only thing anger works against is you. If you had some level of trust. The more and the longer you become angry, the less you trust him. And Fancy, he is strategic, and that's what many of us don't understand. We think that the enemy comes in and flops down and say, well, let me try to figure out what I can do because I'm gonna hit or miss this thing. No, 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 no. Him and his imps have studied you since the day. Matter of fact, he started paying attention to you while you were still in your mother's womb. And when you came out, he began a barrage of things to happen to cause you to mistrust God, and you don't even know it. Mm, 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 mm. Now, here's the next thing that you have to understand. Are y'all with me? Because I'm going to let you go in just a minute. The second reason why you need to put on the whole armor of God is because of the nature of the victory that has been won in Christ for us. Three times in Ephesians chapter 6, Paul tells us that our goal in spiritual warfare is to stand firm. That means to hold the ground Jesus has already won for us. Chaplain Hearns, how are you? One reason the church has so many defeated Christians on its hands is because they are still trying to whip Satan. That means they're fighting the wrong battle. In Colossians chapter 2, verse 15, Jesus has already told us that Jesus has beaten and embarrassed Satan already. So the only thing you have to learn how to do is stand. How you gonna fight somebody who's already been defeated? How you gonna fight somebody? Okay. See, there you go, Barbara. There you go. Because you know what? Here's what we do. Here's what we do. Hey, Don, here's what we do. We speak our own defeat. We're actually telling the enemy, yeah, you got me. Because when you say stuff like people piss me off, Satan says, now let's watch and see which one that does it, and then we're gonna send some others just like them. Teach, Pastor. I'm doing the best I can. I gotta stop here. I gotta stop here. I gotta stop here. I gotta stop here. When we come together tomorrow, I'm gonna give you the third thing that you need to understand, but I need us to recognize and to understand this. And I don't know about anybody else, but I'm tired of being defeated. And this is the one thing that I've learned to do, and it's not a part of my temperament. It's not a part of who I am because this is not my temperament. But here's what I've learned how to do. I've learned how to shut my mouth. And as difficult as that is, because sometimes I feel like I got to have the last word. I got to tell somebody off. I got to make sure you understand my point. I got to defend myself. And you know what I've learned? If you just let the Lord fight your battles, he'll even make your enemies behave. No, Fancy, I gotta stop. I gotta stop, Fancy. I would love to do that. I've been guilty of going too long. Come back and see me tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're gonna do this, and that's what we got to do. And y'all know we struggle with that. That's not just a female issue. Men don't know how to shut up either. Okay, I know y'all don't like me. We don't know how to shut up either. We got to go on and on and on and on and on. Okay. But listen, when I come back tomorrow, 12 o'clock, we're going to continue this because I pray, I pray, I pray that I'm being a blessing to you. Don't forget, the political forum is at 6 p.m. You'll be able to watch it on my page, Union's page, OBSC's page, and you'll also be able to watch it on Union's YouTube page. We have at least 11 political persons that are running for office, and we just turned down 8 that wanted to be on, but they came in late. But it's not just Democrats, it's Republicans, it's independents. Don't miss this opportunity for you to hear what these people have to say, because many of them are running for state and local offices. Listen, I pray I was a blessing to you. I pray that I've challenged you to think about your behavior and how you are walking with the Lord. Thank you so much. And I got to get us to do this because we are living in the age of crazy demonic influence. And if we don't know how to walk with God, the enemy knows how to walk on you. And I don't know about anybody else, but I'm tired of being walked on. I want to walk in victory. Love you with the love of Jesus Christ. May God bless you. May he keep you is our prayer. Oh, wait, one more thing. I forgot. Pray for Goalie Stennis in the passing of her mother, and pray for June Snipes in the passing of her sister. Keep them lifted in prayer, because one day you're going to need prayer as well.